Hi, welcome to the next edition of Social Distancing Yoga, brought to you by Century Villages at Cabrillo and Pathways to Health, which this t-shirt says, and if you can't read it, that's okay. We want to thank them for their dedication to making sure that we have activities for all the residents. Today, I would like to dedicate this class to my friends and colleagues who are in wheelchairs or using walkers, and they can sit, but they can't really stand and do some of the other things I do in some of the other classes. So today's is going to be all seated. So let's get started. Just make yourself comfortable, maybe putting your hands on your legs, just shutting your eyes or softening your gaze, and starting to get into the practice with our breathing. As always, belly breathing. Imagine yourself blowing up a balloon, and your belly is the bottom of the balloon. As you push the air in there, it expands, and the more air you get in, it comes up through the top of the balloon. So that's what your body is. So take a big inhale. See if you can get that belly to rise and into your abdomen and up into your lungs. Maybe through the top of your head. And then as you exhale, start with collapsing your lungs and your abdomen, and then bring your belly in towards your spine. So just start to focus on your breath and think about these belly breathings that I talk about in every single class. To me, breathing is one of the more important things that I learned in yoga. It certainly serves me well. My pulse is low, my blood pressure is low, so I get a lot of benefit, and I hope you do too. So see if you can work yourself up to a maybe 3 or 4 second inhale before we start our movement. Just letting go of the outside world and only focusing on our little practice here today. Nice deep inhale and then exhale. Inhale and exhale. So take about 3 more breaths on your own, and then we'll start our movement. Let your shoulders just fall away from your ears. Just being as relaxed as you can get, and hopefully enjoying this practice. And now opening your eyes with a soft gaze on an inhale, just bring your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, bring your arms down. And we're going to do one more of these. Inhale up and exhale down. And now as you inhale up, take your left arm and bring it over as you take your right arm down along your chair. And just for a nice, easy side stretch, maybe looking up under your arm towards the ceiling or just down at the floor. Just a nice few breaths here. Nice, easy stretch to get going. And on the next inhale, come on up. And exhale to the other side, dropping your left arm down, bring your right arm over. Again, just stretching that right side of your body. Nice deep breaths here. And on the next inhale, bring your arms up, bring your hands together, bring them to heart center, and then to your knees. We're going to do today some shoulder work, neck work, little work on our spine, and going to also do some movement. So anyway, let's start by just doing some shoulder shrugs. Bring those shoulders up towards your ears and letting them down, but nice and slowly. See if you can do this with your breath as you inhale and then exhale. And then inhale up and exhale back. And if you hear a loud crack, it's me, my shoulders. I do these daily, so just do 2 more with your breath. And coming back, so we're going to do neck exercises next. I say this in almost every practice. I do these daily for myself, and they really work. So on an inhale, just bring your chin up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, bring your chin down to your chest. And then maybe one more up towards the ceiling. And then down to your chest. And on the next inhale, bring your chin up to the right, just at shoulder height. And as you exhale, bring your chin back down again. And then inhale up to the left and back down again. So if you got a really stiff neck and you can't do the next thing I'm going to show, just go back and forth. But now coming to the right, and if your neck lets you, looking all the way up towards the ceiling on the inhale, and as you exhale, just come down and inhale up, exhale down. And we'll do a few of these, nice stretching of the neck. Keep off your anti-inflammatories if you can really get yourself into this. And on the next one, just come back down to center and go in the opposite direction. The reason I mention that is that when I first started yoga, I took an anti-inflammatory for my neck every day. And every once in a while, I get enough pain that I need to take them, but mostly I control it with heat in the morning and doing these. So maybe you can too. One more, and then coming back. The next thing we're going to do is something called seated cats and cows. So if you can move up in your chair a little bit, or at least sitting up nice and straight, putting your hands on your knees. On an inhale, just bring your chin and your chest forward and send your shoulders back. And as you exhale, see if you can round your back, bring your chin in towards your chest. So as you inhale up, this is called cow, and exhale back to cat. Or as one of my students says, you can move into cow and into cat. So just do a couple more of these and don't throw tomatoes at your screen. One more. So the next thing we're going to do is something called eagle arms. And this is a really good exercise for your triceps and also for your shoulder. So just bring your arms out to the side like this and bring your right arm under your left, crossing your left arm over, and bring your right arm up and see if you can bring your left hand like this. If you can't, it's all right. You can leave it like this or just however you want. But if you can get it this way, or even if you can't, on the next inhale, bring your elbows up. And as you exhale, see if you can bring your hands right in front of your eyes, kind of push out from your shoulders. Nice deep breaths. You feel a nice stretch in your upper back, a little bit of work in your triceps. Nice deep breathing. We only hold this for half an hour at most. Just kidding. 2 more breaths. And on the next exhale, bring your arms out with your thumbs pointed up. And as you inhale, rotate your thumbs to the back. And then inhale back and kind of shake them out. And then we're going to do the other side. So now you bring your left arm underneath, bring your right arm up, or your right hand. And again, if you can't do this, you can do it this way, or you can even hold your shoulders like that. So in an inhale, bring your arms up. And as you exhale, keeping your elbows away from your chest, looking at your hands, taking nice deep breaths. We're really not going to hold these too long, just a few breaths, but getting that nice stretch in your back and also your arms. A couple more breaths. And on the next exhale, bring your arms out with your thumbs pointing up. Bring your hands back. Bring your arms up and back. And shake it out. Now the next thing we're going to do is an upper back twist. So bring your arms out to the side like this and bring your right arm behind you. Take your left hand and put it on your right knee and see if you can turn and look over your right shoulder. It's a nice upper back twist. We're twisting the spine, we're twisting the muscles, and we're deep breathing right into that spine. Big inhale and exhale. Let's do a couple more. Inhale, exhale. Big inhale, and just let's come around to the other side. So bring your left hand behind you and your right hand to your left knee, looking out over your left shoulder. And get nice deep breaths. That's one of the things I like about yoga is we stretch every muscle and bone in our bodies, even while seated. Another couple breaths. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, come around, shake it all out. So next thing we're going to do is something called sun salutations. And again, I do these in some classes standing, but we're going to do them seated today. So put your hands on your knees to start. And as you inhale, bring your arms up with your palms facing forward. And as you exhale, bring your palms to your knees and start to bend at the waist, coming down along your legs, and only go as far as your body lets you go. And on the next inhale, grab that right leg and see if you can pull it up towards your chest. Now, if you can't, don't worry about it. You can just stay down there or just come up and then come back down again. And as you inhale, bring that left leg up towards your chest, coming back down again. And on the inhale, bring your arms out to the side and come all the way up. Bring your hands together to heart center and to your knees. So we're going to do 2 more of these. So inhale up, and then exhale, hands to knees, and start to bend forward, coming down only as far as your body lets you come. Inhale, lifting that right leg, and exhale down. Inhale that left leg, and back down again. Arms out to the side, coming nice and slowly all the way up. Hands to heart center and to your knees. And here's the last one. So arms up, hands to knees, bending at the waist, coming down and either staying there or coming up, lifting that right leg and exhaling down. Inhale that left leg and coming back down again. Bring your arms out to the side, come all the way up and hands to heart center. So you might notice that you might feel a little tug in your back. This is a really good back exercise for your lower back. So you're bending at the waist rather than just hunching over. And you can try this at any time. So hopefully you enjoyed that. So next thing we're going to do is totally seated without having to stand into our warrior poses. So I'm going to show two ways to do this. Number one, if you can move to the side of your chair and put your right foot in front and send your left foot to the back, that's one way to do it. If you can't do that, you can just sit in your chair and I'm going to stay seated like this. But if you're on the side, it's basically the same thing. So we're going to do warrior one first. So warrior one is to bring your arms up. And you can either look up, but not look straight up, but just look ahead up and keep your spine straight. And take nice deep breaths here. Or if you're sitting to the side, it looks like this. Oops. That's the next one. So either way, it's warrior one. Couple more breaths. And on the next exhale, take your right arm to the front and your left arm to the side and look over your right hand. And again, if I'm sitting to the side, it looks like that. And this is warrior two, and shrug your shoulders, holding those arms up, making sure that you're nice, deep breathing still. Couple more breaths. And on the next inhale, flip that right hand over. And as you exhale, bring your left arm down and send your right arm up towards the ceiling. And this is called reverse warrior. And you notice that I'm just sitting straight in my chair, so I don't have to move to the side. Nice deep breaths. Two more. This gets a little uncomfortable if you're not used to doing them, but what the heck. And on the next exhale, come back to warrior two. So the next thing we're going to do is a side angle. So bring your right hand inside your right knee and send that left arm up towards the ceiling. And again, if you're on the side of the chair, it looks like that. But I'm not, and I'm just doing this a little like that. The warm-up we did, but this time my hand is on the inside of my leg. But I am getting that nice stretch on my left side. And come back. And we'll do the other side now. So again, you can come to this side or stay seated and bring your arms up for warrior one again to make sure those shoulders drop away from here. You don't want to hunch up. Nice deep breathing. And two more breaths. Get a lot of nice arm work here. And on the next exhale, bring that right arm to the back and that left arm to the side, looking out over your left hand. Nice deep breathing. Shrug those shoulders, get that tension out. We carry so much tension in our shoulders and our neck and our hips. These exercises are really good for releasing that tension. Two more breaths. Now, if you get real tired, you can do that too. And on the next inhale, flip that left hand over and come up with that left hand as you drop your right arm down to the side, looking up at that left hand. Nice deep breathing. See if you can just look up for a couple more breaths. 1, 2, and exhale back to warrior 2. You big inhale, and as you exhale, bring that left hand inside your left knee and bring that right arm up and over for a nice side stretch. But you want your hand straight up towards the ceiling, so we're not coming over the way we did it. But this is called an extended side angle. Two more breaths. And on the next exhale, come back, just shake it all out. Like that. Now, in every class I do a balance. And the one that most common is called tree pose. But we're going to do tree pose seated today. And if you're used to doing standing and you can do it, that's great. So go ahead, and as I do this seated, you can do it standing. You've been doing it a long time, you know how to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our right leg and cross it over at the knee or at the ankle, sorry. Or if you can get your leg up and you want to do it this way, you can also do this. But the other thing we're going to do is bring our arms up over our head like this. And this is actually a balance challenge. So the other thing you might want to try is to close your eyes as you deep breathe. And you should feel that you're a little balance challenged. And if that's too much, you can open your eyes. About 3 more breaths. I think balance is one of the also most important things, especially as you get older. And just come on down, uncross your leg, and we're going to go to the other side. So again, just cross at the ankles. If you can't cross it all, that's fine too. I should have said that the last time, or you can bring your leg up here. I'm going to keep mine crossed, and I'm going to come up like this and bring my hands overhead. And I'm going to close my eyes and take some nice deep breaths. As I said, balance is so important as you get older. If you are in a walker or something like that, that's one of the reasons you may be in a walker, is your balance is a little unsteady. So the more you practice, the better you can do. I've actually had people in wheelchairs who could still kind of walk and actually got out of the wheelchair and did the standing tree pose. But if you can't, that's why we're doing it this way. As you exhale, come on down and come on back. So the next thing we're going to do, which is the last thing, is called Shavasana, which is final relaxation. There's a saying, at least I was taught, that it takes 3 minutes for your muscles to relax, but also gives you an opportunity to do some nice guided meditation. So I'm going to start the music. I invite you to sit back in your chair, close your eyes, or soften your gaze. Just let that practice go. Don't worry about whether you did a good job or a bad job. In yoga, we do not judge. We don't judge ourselves, and we don't judge others. So just sit back, Just relax. Let your feet relax. Your ankles relax. Your shins and your thighs relax. Your calves relax. Your hamstring just melting down into the chair. Let your hips relax. Your stomach and your chest relax. Let your back just kind of melt into the back of your chair. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Let your jaw drop away from your mouth. Your face nice and relaxed. Your forehead is smooth. Scalp is relaxed. And finally, your brain. Usually we have a lot of thoughts going on, but see if you can get your brain to relax as your body is relaxed. No thoughts, letting everything go. Imagine yourself in a place where you have utter peace and quiet, calm, no problems, just totally relaxed. Maybe you were on a beach, in the mountains, in a park, sitting on a bench, birds are tweeting, warm sunny day, and you're totally relaxed. Just take these last few minutes, see if you can keep that relaxation. Any thoughts do come along, just think of like little clouds just floating by, and enjoy this relaxation. And now starting to reconnect with the world outside, wiggling fingers and toes, making little circles with your wrists in each direction, turning your head to one side and then the other. And finally, bring your hands together at heart center. So we always take these last moments for gratitude, always starting with ourselves. Grateful to those around us who are participating in this virtual yoga studio. And as always, I take the laughs during these trying times to express gratitude to people like my next door neighbor, Joan, who works in an ICU ward in a hospital in Santa Monica, putting herself out on the front lines, and all the others who are doing their bit to make sure that the rest of us can enjoy this time as much as we can. And to all of you, enjoy. Namaste.